This tutorial is going to show you how to create a positive and negative motif from a drawing in Photoshop and then put it into a simple block repeat. So the first thing we're going to do is open up Photoshop, which hopefully will be in the dock along the bottom here. So if it is, if you just click on that to open it up. If not, if you go into Applications and just scroll down till you locate this blue folder, and then you can select Photoshop that way. So once Photoshop's open, you'll need to just find your image and just drag that into Photoshop. So if you just highlight it to select it, and then just grab it and drag it and drop it into Photoshop, it'll open up straight away. And once you've got that open, you're going to need to decide which one of your drawings it is that you want to work up into a motif. So if you just use the select tool here to just drag and create a box around here, so you're selecting something, and then if you go into Edit and Copy, and then File, New, and just open it up straight away, so click OK, and Edit and Paste, so that'll just drop that image in there for you. And then we're going to just darken some of those lines to start with. So if you go into Image, Adjustments and Levels, and then just select this tool here and just drag it along, and you can see the image on the side there just starting to darken, so those black lines are just a little bit more defined, and just click OK, and then you might see a few little specks that we need to just clean up there. So what we're going to do is just grab the brush tool and then change the colour down here. So if we just select the white space on the actual drawing so that it matches, and then check that we've got the right settings on our brush, so we're going to use this tool here. And then you might just need to adjust the size of the actual brush, and you can do that here, so I'm going to do it about 308. And then if you just click off of that, and then we can just start dragging that, being careful to just make sure you're not drawing over parts of your image, just to get rid of those little marks around the outside. And once that's done, we're going to start to select different areas to colour. Because when you're doing your design for lino, you need to have like whole sections rather than just lines to be cutting away. So we're going to colour different sections of the drawing black, because they're going to be our areas that we're going to cut away in lino. So to do that, we're going to use the magic wand tool, which is here, so it's the fourth tool down. If you can't see it, if you just hold on to that, you'll see there's two different tools under that one, but we're going to use the magic wand tool. So what we're going to do is select all the white areas that we want to colour black. So what you do is just click into that area, and then if you want to select more than one area at once, if you just hold down the shift key on your keyboard and just click into that, you can see it starts to select all those different areas at the same time. It might be that you need to zoom in a little bit to get into those, so if you hold down that command key and hit the plus button, you'll be able to just zoom in so that you can see those a little more easily, and then just carry on holding down the shift key and just selecting those different areas. And then if we just zoom out again, and then we might be thinking as well that if you're going to actually cut away along this line, so this is actually going to be your motif, then we'd be cutting away the background as well, so if we just select that too. And then we're just going to use the brush tool again. So you can probably keep it on the same settings you had before, but if you had it on quite a small size, just make that a little bit bigger. It can be on the sort of largest setting. And then we're just going to click across the image, and you'll see it starts to just straight away colour just those selected areas. And then you can just deselect, so if you hold down the command key and hit D, that will deselect it. And then you might just want to make a few adjustments, so I'm going to just select that little area in there. And just add a bit of black in there as well. So then our image is ready in its sort of positive state. So if we go into File, Save As, we're just going to save that as your name and positive, and just save it onto the desktop for now, and just click Save. And now we're just going to make that into a negative version of the image. So if we go into Image, Adjustments and Invert, that's going to give us that negative version of the image as well. And if we do a save of that, so File, Save As, and this time we just change it up there to negative, again saving to your desktop for now. Okay, so now you've got a positive and a negative version of your lino print motif. We're going to start trying to put it into a quick block print repeat. So the first thing you need to do is go into Image, and image size, and we're just going to adjust the size, so we're just going to make it about half the size it is now, so it's a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to change that to 6. And then we're going to just edit, define pattern, and just keep that name, click OK. And then we're going to open up a new image. So we've made our pattern stamp now. We're going to go into File, New, and this time we're going to click here and just select International Paper, and then just make sure that that's on A4 there as well, and click OK. So we're going to use the pattern stamp tool this time, so if you hold down on this little stamp sloped tool, and then just select the pattern stamp tool, then along here at the top you'll see your pattern stamp in here, so you just select that, and then we've already got our presets from the brush before, so if we just start to brush across here, so you can see it just makes it really quick, really simple repeat pattern, so that you can just get an idea of how it's going to look in repeat. So once we've done that, we're just going to File, Save As, so this time we're going to save it as a JPEG, and we'll just call it, so your name again, negative repeat, and again saving it to the desktop. Okay, and once you've done that, we just want to repeat those steps again. If we go in here, when you close down this one, if you don't save it, because we don't want to save it as that smaller size, so we just click Don't Save there. We can shut down that original image now, and then we just go back to our desktop and grab that first image, so the positive image, and drag that down into Photoshop again. And we're just going to repeat those same steps. So we're going to make our pattern stamp for this one. So we're going to Image, Image Size. Again, you can play around, maybe make it a little bit smaller this time just to see a little difference. So we've made that a lot smaller this time. And then Edit again, Define Pattern, and just select OK. And then the same thing again, we're going to just open up a new document. Again, selecting International Paper and A4, and click OK. Go into the pattern stamp tool again and select our different pattern just up there. Then we're just going to click off and drag that across. So you can see we've got a much smaller repeat on this, so just giving you a little bit of variety between those two different repeats. So we're just going to then click again, File, Save As. It's already saved it, but we're going to make sure that's a JPEG. We're just going to call this one Name Positive Repeat. Obviously where I'm typing name, you guys will be putting in your name, and then just save that. Okay, so then if we just close that down again, just close that down. So now you should have on your desktop a name, a positive repeat, a negative repeat, your positive and negative image, and I just want you to print out a copy, 2 copies of your repeats and just one of those finished motifs there, and then you'll be ready to start doing some of your handmade repeat patterns as well. Okay, great.